On such a winter's day. Who put the bop in the bop, shabop, shabop? Who put the ram in the rama, rama, ding dong? Who put the bop in the bop, shabop, shabop? Hello, I love you, won't you tell me your name? Hello, 5 people. Hello, I love you, won't you jump in my game? How you doing? Well, it was a uneventful day. I planned on doing a lot of different things that I did not do. I hate when that happens, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So, since I didn't do what I thought I was gonna do, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna come on for a little while, say howdy doody, and maybe, well, I wanted to make these strawberries that I saw on TikTok, but I don't feel like setting up my camera and everything. So I think I might do it tomorrow, and I might go live while I do it. But I might go live and I might videotape it while I do it. Let me see who's here. Huntington's World. Hi, TBD. Thank you. I don't have any lights on, and do you know that I have new, okay, you see these white shutters right here? Over there too? I have new ones that I've had for a year. And I keep thinking, okay, I'm going to put the new ones up. Oh, but maybe I should keep those up until, um, whatever I'm doing is over. Well, here we are a year later. There is so much stuff that needs to be done to this house. You guys have been here 28 years. And I have stuff that needs to be done so bad. Hi, Judy. I am better. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Denise. I was just watching China. I'm subscribed to her channel, China Phillips. And Billy Baldwin's mom just passed away a couple weeks ago. And so anyway, I was thinking about her, and that's why I was singing California Dreamin'. And I don't know why I got into Jim Morrison. Well, it was the same era. Maybe that's why. Hi, Susan. How are you? Are you still in remission, Susan? Oh, you do, Denise? Did you watch the one with Billy today? He has to go. It was kind of interesting because it showed the family dynamic, relatives, and it was at the wake of his mom. And then he's going back to Europe. I don't remember where, but it was really interesting to watch it. I'm excited, Elizabeth, you made my live. Yeah, watch it tonight. It's the latest one. I've been watching movies on Popcorn on YouTube, and this is, you guys, that is not what I had planned to do today. I hate when I have something planned and then all of a sudden everything gets topsy-turvy and it's not what I wanted to do. And now I only have one more day to do it before I go watch Everly. And the weather's going to start heating up again. Nabbit. You still have tumors slow growing, Susan? Oh, bless your heart. You have been going through this for so long. I am better, Judy. As I cough, but that's okay. I have the cough still a little bit, like I told you, not much. And I still get tired easy. But other than that, I'm feeling okay. California dreaming on such a winter's day. It's getting dark out. Can you see? Don't have any lights on again. Wonder if I should do that. Oh, I don't know though. Just to set everything up. You know what I'll do? I'll set it up tonight and I'll be able to do it tomorrow. Saw it on TikTok, and it's where you melt the regular white sugar into the water and you let that boil. I think I'll have to look at it again before I show you guys, but I think you let it boil without stirring it. And then as it cools down, you pre-wash your strawberries before you do the sugar part, and you let them dry. And then you put them into this sugar and it gives it a coating. But it's supposed to be delish. And what I was thinking about doing is putting just a tiny little bit of cinnamon oil. You know, like you would do for hard candy apples, you know, the red ones that you get at the carnival. But I don't know, you guys, tell me what you think. Do you think that the little bit of cinnamon would be good with the strawberries, or do you think I should just stick with the sugar itself to coat it, and then it gets a hard coating? You take a bite, you have that crunch. There you go. What do you think? And they look beautiful because they're really glossy. Did I ever see Dragonfly? When was that made? Is it an old movie, Elizabeth, or a new one? If it's a new one, no. If it's an old one, I'm not sure. Hi, Carol. How are the tornadoes? I felt so bad for you. You were down in your basement. Ugh, that's awful. Hi, Judy. You used to have two goldfish and names were California and Dreamin'. How cute. That is so cute. Whose version of California Dreaming? China's, Denise? Her and you know who I follow too, and they are as different as night and day as far as their personalities, but I love them both, is, oh, come on. The one she's in Wilson Phillips with. Oh, Daveda. Carney Wilson. Because I like to watch Carney cook. They skirted around, still without power here, but I have a generator. Oh, thank goodness. Just sugar? Yeah, I think you might be right, Elizabeth. I don't know how that cinnamon would taste. Because, you know, cinnamon oil is very strong. Even if you use a very, very tiny bit, it might not work real well. So I think I might make the cinnamon candy apples, and I'll bring you guys with me if I do it, for Halloween. I think you're right. I think just the sugar with the coating, but it's so pretty. And I think it would taste so good. Oh, wait a minute. Did I see that? Yes. You like Carney too, Denise? So you like the way China sings California Dreamin'? Yeah. Um, okay, wait. No, you know what? I don't think I have seen it. You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Mothman. I think that's what I'm thinking. Is that what it was? Mothman? Dragonfly. Is that, okay, wait a minute. Is that the one where his wife dies and if it's the one where Kevin Costner's wife dies, I think I did see it, but I don't remember it real well. Is that the one? Yeah, I think cinnamon would go better with the apples. And I'll put a little bit of food coloring, just a tiny, tiny little bit of red food coloring when I make them. Did you guys ever see my faux ones that I made? The red candy apples, those turned out really good with the resin. I also made caramel ones, and I also made black ones, real shiny for my decor one year for Halloween. Yes, I did see it then. I did. I vaguely remember it, but I remember, and at the end of the movie, I think he realized or something. It was her. I don't know why. I can't remember it real well, but I do remember she died. Didn't she die in a car accident? His wife in the movie was a doctor without borders. Oh, his wife was a doctor. I'll have to watch it again. So what's the latest and the greatest, guys? What'd you guys do today? Did you stay on task unlike me? Do you ever get a song stuck in your head and you keep singing it and you can't stop? Drives me crazy almost because you keep singing it over and over and you can't, it just sticks with you. Well, you know what I saw today, because I haven't been to work yet. But you know what I saw today, and I don't even know whose video it was. Christmas pics are out at Hobby Lobby. Yes, ma'am. Doesn't surprise me. You flooded the bus. Judy, you dusted off my scan and cut. You go, girl. I got to dust off my Cricut. Yeah, I know, it's weird. I get these in my head and I just can't stop. I can't stop the feeling. See, there you go. Oh boy, Daveda. I always associate, I can associate almost anything to a song. Falls out there? Yeah, well, you just wait. Christmas is a following. I was watching Amy Roloff today. She was making a strawberry on YouTube. She was making a strawberry shortcut. No, a shortcut. Hello. A strawberry shortcake cake. Look good. I might try it. I like her. I like her. I'm glad she's happy now. I will watch it again, Elizabeth. Did you really? How cute. My granddaughter Everly, she sings all the time, and I'll sing with her, and also my grandson. I remember when he has autism, and I was watching him. He was about 2.5, and he hadn't really spoke. And my song to him is Just One Look. You know that one from the 60s? Remember, just one look, and I knew. Remember that one? That's all it took, just one look. Well, anyway, I started singing that to him. Now, keep in mind, he hadn't talked. And I have video of it, actually. So I'm singing it to him. And I sing the song to him, and he's in his high chair still. And I got done, and he turned and he looked at me, and he goes, again. I'm telling you, I almost fainted. I almost fainted. I thought, his mother, my daughter, is not going to believe this. I am so thankful I have it on video. And so I sang it again, and he just kept looking at me, and he smiled. Do you know, to this day, he still sings it. Or if he's kind of having a meltdown and I'm there, I'll go, that's all it took, just one look. And he'll look at me and he'll kind of stop for a minute. And sometimes it'll get him out of it. And then he'll start singing it. It is so cute. Oh my gosh. Yes, Judy. Love can build a bridge since Naomi died. That was pathetic, wasn't it? That was so sad. I wonder how the girls are really doing, you know? I'm sure there's a part of them that's angry. But then, you know, obviously there's another part that's mourning. You're reading her book? I watched the movie. It's an old movie, but it's good. And it's on Tubi, I believe. And it's based off the book Love Can Build a Bridge. It was sad. It was very sad. I mean, she had to be in the throes of despair because the very next day she was going to achieve something that any artist in the singing world, I mean, can you imagine? One more day, Naomi. She had to be just beside herself. I feel sorry for him too. I really do. I really do. You know, and it's funny because I just got done watching, and it's on YouTube, all of this stuff that I'm telling you. And I watched the Oprah Winfrey did it, and it was where she followed them on. It was on their last tour that they did in the 90s. and it goes inside of the vans and or motorhomes, I should say, RVs, whatever. And it shows the interaction between the two of them. Very enlightening, and they didn't hold back, believe me. That's very interesting. If you want to go watch that, anyone that liked the Judds, you saw that too. It was good, wasn't it, Judy? In the blink of an eye. In the blink of an eye. Was that with Sally Field? I know. He should have went with her. She couldn't take it anymore. She couldn't take it, Elizabeth. God bless her. I mean, I've been in that state of depression. I mean, and when she describes it, and it's so true, I mean, it's almost like going down a dark hole and you can't get out of it, and people could be all around you. You could be in a house full of people, and you feel like you're the only one there, and everything seems so dark and distant and no hope, and oh, it's a terrible feeling. Terrible feeling. I'm sure a lot of you have been through it, but oh, it's a terrible, terrible feeling. And when it's mentally a problem, it's not like a physical problem where you can go and get something to take to make it better. This is within yourself, and you can't, you know what I mean? It's very, I mean, yes, you can take medication, but sometimes medication makes it worse. You're alone a lot, Susan? Oh, bless your heart. I do think of you often and pray for you, Susan. I do. You've been going through this now, gosh, well, as long as I've known you, and I've known you, what, 4 years, 5 years? Yeah, I mean, I've been in this, and you know, it's funny, because people always tell me, you're so funny, oh, you're so funny. And at work, you know, people just think that I have it all together. And all I can say is I must be a one good actress, if that's what they think. Well, then again, I mean, I don't, I don't tell everyone, you know, I'm especially at work. I'm not telling everyone how I'm feeling. You know, I'm always trying, you know, you have to be upbeat when you're at work. But people sometimes have a misconception of what is really happening in your life. Some people can see through it, but the majority of people, you know, they believe what they see, and they don't see beyond what they see, and that's natural. I mean, there's nothing unnatural about that. But I think if you've been through depression, you can see through it a lot of times in people. Hi, Peggy. How are you, sweetie? Oh, thank you, Susan. That means a lot. Peggy and Susan have known each other for a long time. They followed me for years. It is very hard to find the right medication. I was, excuse me, I was on medication. I hated it. And my daughter goes, Mom, get off of it. She said, you are not the same person on it. And it made me more depressed. And a lot of suicidal thinking, if I'm being honest. And unfortunately, Naomi was on so many kinds of medication. And, you know, they tell you if you have any kind of thoughts of suicide, to tell a doctor immediately, well, she's been on so many medications. I was on one, and I got off of it. And I mean, I had to be weaned off. But when I was weaned off of it, oh my Lord, it still had the side effects of coming on. It was ugly. It was the ugliest feeling. I'll never forget it. And I was only on it for like 7 months. And I thought, I can't do this. And I've never taken anything since. Oh, it is. It's terrible to deal with. Are you, Peggy? Yeah. Remember, I used to do lives quite a bit. I did them a lot later than I am right now. But when Tanya died, that's when I stopped doing them because, I mean, at that time, I thought there's no way I can talk. I mean, I'll get through maybe a couple sentences and that would be the end of me, right? So I would do my videos where I would tape them because then if I had to get off for a little bit and cry or get mad or whatever, I could do it and then I could go back to it because I could edit everything. Well, when you're doing a live, you can't edit. I mean, what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get, is what you get. Remember that one from the 60s or late 60s, early 70s? Why do I do that? I can't help it. But anyway, that's why I stopped the lives. And then just recently, 3 months ago, maybe, I started the lives again. And it has helped me, but it took me time, to get back to it. But I'm glad I'm back to it now. You deal with what? You deal with depression and nausea from nerves, Judy? Had a friend on medication. She went off. She said you knew she loved her children and husband. She just couldn't feel it. Yeah. Depression plus anxiety is absolutely awful. Oh, it's horrendous. Anxiety is really hard also. Yeah, I have, I don't know if it's anxiety. It's, shoot. Oh, come on. It's so prevalent nowadays. Panic attacks. I have panic attacks. They were worse when I was younger. Depression is horrific. And some people, you don't want to tell people you do. Oh, you don't want to tell people all that. You don't want to do that. Well, why not? I'm not going to pretend I'm something I'm not, Oh, I'm glad, Denise. Yeah, that is how we met, is on my lives. And I think that's how you and Peggy met too, isn't it? When I was live? Yes, Judy, they are extremely debilitating. And Gloria too, from Crafting with the Heart. You knew her through that too. And I can't remember the other ones that would come in. You've had anxiety and panic attacks since the age of 4? Oh my gosh, Elizabeth. And it's funny, when I first had my first panic attack, it was bizarre because it just hit me. And all of a sudden I felt like I couldn't breathe. And I was in the bank waiting in line. And I remember I thought, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. And I'm looking around and I'm in between people and I'm starting to sweat and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to faint. I just know it. This is going on in my head, right? And so I got out of line and I went outside and I thought, oh my God, my heart started pounding. And I was like 20, I think I was 26. Well, Tanya, my daughter that passed away, she started getting panic attacks and she was 26 or 27. And my other daughter, Daisha, started getting panic attacks and she was in her late 20s. Isn't that weird? We all got them at the same time. I mean, at that same age. Absolutely awful. I started having them after my youngest son was born. My last two children are only 18 months apart. I didn't know what was happening. I started with depression at 14 and struggling ever since. But I've always been strong for everyone else. Yeah. Yep, I know exactly what you mean. You do think you're dying, Judy? Gloria had a live last week. She's a crack up. She's been through her own hell too with that horrific automobile accident. Almost killed her. We all have something, if you want to be honest. A lot of people act like, they have it all together. And I mean, some people do. Some people do. Okay, they're the lucky ones. But for the majority of us, we've all dealt with our own demons in our lives, And the way I look at it, it's better to talk about it than to pretend like you've got it all together. Because what purpose are you really serving? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can act like you have it all together if you don't. And at the end of the day, when you are away from people, you're right back to where you were. But if you're honest, it helps you and it helps others. Oh yeah, we all do. Yours got worse over the years. Those aren't my dogs. It's a dog across the way. If you hear a dog. Angie was tired. She went to bed early. And Polly, she's laying down now. Yours started years ago. Oh, when you learned you... Oh, so you didn't know that you were adopted, Judy? Different triggers for everyone. You will never see the color red in my house. Yeah, red is okay, but I don't decorate, unless it's Christmas. The other one for me is yellow does something. Isn't that bizarre? Now, purples and creams and greens are very calming to me. But for some reason, and my mother-in-law used to have a yellow kitchen, and I always would feel kind of agitated. I don't know why. Because I love my mother-in-law. I loved her. But that kitchen, when it was yellow, I don't know. Well, and I think that's the biggest thing is to know you're not alone. You don't like the color red at all, Denise? It makes you sick to your stomach. Isn't that funny how colors do? It was, and found out my birth family just... Wait. It was, and found my birth family just an awful time. So when you found your birth family, it wasn't a good thing, Judy? And Biddy Boo had her knee surgery. It went well. She's doing good. I think she was going home today or tomorrow. Well, that's too bad, Judy. That's terrible. I like red. in some things, but not on, oh no, I wouldn't want red on walls. Oh no, 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 no. Good thing you're coastal. Yeah. You were raised as an only child. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of hurting people out there. That is for sure. And people need people, just like Barbara said, Barbara Streisand. But I mean, very cliche, but it's true. And it's just pathetic that so many people want to hurt one another, you know what I'm saying? In the world. I mean, it's like, don't you think it'd be a lot easier if we all just kind of tried to understand one another and get along and don't let certain things divide us? Because at the end of the day, a lot of us are hurting in one way or the other. And we just need acceptance and understanding and to know we're not alone. I mean, bottom line, you can shake it up and turn it around, do whatever you want with it. But at the end of the day, people do need people. I mean, now, what I mean by that is I do like my solitude and to be alone at times. But I wouldn't want to be the fool on the hill either, if you get my drift, where you're all by yourself. You've been on Xanax for over 30 years? Well, it must be doing okay if you've been on it for 30 years. Orange sets you off. See? It's weird, but colors do. Oh, we all could write books, Judy. Trust me. Trust me on that one. I think the pandemic made things worse for a lot of people. Yeah, I become something of a recluse. It's hard to connect with people. It's nice to know that no one is perfect, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, nobody's perfect. Only one. That's God, Jesus. Well, yeah, you would have trust issues, especially if you were told later in later years that you were adopted. I mean, look at Winona. She thought that Ashley's father was her father and didn't find out any different until she was well into her adulthood. And it made her very angry at her mother. You're right, Denise. People don't realize just what a smile could do. And at work, I always compliment people if I really feel it. I mean, I'm not fake, but if I think somebody looks nice or their hair looks nice or I like their hands, because I'm a hand person, I always look at the hands. And I've had women come in and I'll tell them, they have such a pretty hand, and, or if their hair, I like the hair, whatever. And a lot of times, they'll come back, we'll talk and they'll say, I remember when you, were so nice. People, I'm telling you, people just want to be loved, bottom line, and accepted, and to know that they have true friendships and that they can be themselves. You know what I'm saying? I don't go out much either. My girlfriends, as a matter of fact, asked me to go to dinner with them Thursday, but I just can't justify paying money right now because I haven't worked in a couple weeks, So I told him, I'd go another time, but and Daisha gets mad. She goes, Mom, you need to go. Just go. I go, I will, but not this time. People tell you that you're bubbly and funny. If they only knew. Yep, same here, Peggy. I'm not joking. Because the few that really know me, they'll always say, man, it's unbelievable, how you are at work and stuff. Well, what are you going to do? What the heck are you going to do? I mean, you got to be that way at work. You don't see masks anymore, Judy? Well, hi, Gloria. We were just talking about you. Hi, Lori. I have only been to my doctor and dermatologist over the past 2 years. How you doing, Gloria? I'm sitting here in the dark again. What'd you do today, Gloria? Gloria, how many weeks were you in the hospital after your accident? I was telling them you were in a terrible car accident. Oh, I'm feeling better. I just have a cough and I'm just still real fatigued. When I say fatigued, it's not so much now where I want to sleep all the time, although I could. Well, maybe not all the time, but I can't explain it. I can't explain it. I just don't have energy. Let's put it that way. I just don't have a lot of energy to do a lot, if that makes sense. You don't remember too much of it? Okay. I wear my mask when I go out too, and at work. I've missed your lives. My husband had 2 seizures on Thursday. Oh my gosh, I hope he's okay. Does he get terrible seizures? Are they grand mal seizures? Carol, you thought you were having a cataract moment. You never know with me, right? I wonder if I should just, put the bubbles on since I don't have the lights, because that gives it some kind of... Your dog has the seizure. Oof. It's a little bit light out. Do you see my window there? It's dusk. Well, it's probably a little bit more than dusk. Yep, I like watching China on YouTube, and I like watching Carney on Instagram. especially when she's live and when she cooks. I think what I'll do is tomorrow I'll wash the strawberries I want to do. I'll get everything set up, and then tomorrow night I'll do that sugar for the coating for the strawberries. I really want to do that. He is okay. It's from the stroke. They're different kind of seizures, Daveda. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but yeah, I mean, there are. The grand mals are probably one of the worst. That's where you have to put something in their mouth so that they don't bite their tongue. Is it so they don't bite their tongue, or their tongue doesn't go back? I can't remember. China's very hard on herself, but she's very real, and I think that's what people like about her. Well, I don't think that's going to change for us, Peggy, is it? I think the sun's going to stay out now until late, right? We're in, well, you're not in California, but did they pass, anyone in California, did they pass the law, or whatever you want to call it, that we're not going to have spring forward, fall back anymore? Do you know if that, because I know they were talking about it. Hi, Tracy 3. It's so they won't bite their tongue? Okay. I knew it was either that or the tongue going back, falling back. I'm sure the doctors probably would have told you, right? You have another cortisone shot in your spine next week? How are you, Tracy 3? Hope you're doing well. So we're going to stay the same now, Judy, in California, and not fall back? Both my husband and daughter who live with me had COVID, never got it, but again, I am a clean freak. Yeah, as soon as I got it, I mean, just 2 days later, Mark got it. And then one of my sons got it the same day Mark got it. But Jeremy and Wendy were with me when I think I was just starting to get it. And when I look back now on how I was feeling, they never got it. Thank goodness. Yeah, I'm doing okay, Tracy. Yep, so that's the whole story in a nutshell today, I guess. Didn't get done what I wanted, but oh well. Last night I watched Final Destination 2. For some reason I like those movies. And gotta finish filming my mold making for my fake bakes. And then I gotta start painting those. Oh, I got so much to do. I think so too, Gloria. You had it 3 weeks ago. Yep, me too. Well, 2 weeks ago. I'm just getting over it now. Yeah, that's a scary movie. And today I watched on Popcorn Flicks, I think it is. It's on YouTube. If you just put in popcorn, I think it's popcorn or popcorn flicks. It's free movies. And I watched, the name of it was Grizzly Rage. You know, Grizzly Bear. Man, was that a good movie. Such a good movie. I'm still tired, Tracy. A lot of people are saying they don't, they don't get over it fast. I mean, I still have the cough and the fatigue. You just finished 2 fleur-de-lis. Did you paint them, Gloria? We started today trying to organize. I'm so overwhelmed too. Oh, Tracy, the fatigue is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can't get over how bad it is. Eat lots of blueberries, it will help. Yeah, you'll have to show them, Gloria. I still have the stuff you made me for Easter, Gloria. I put them out at Easter time. Ugh. I do eat red apples. I do that, Gloria. Every day I do. Yes, I did, Tracy. I had a bad sore throat. Well, not terrible. I can't say that. I did have a sore throat. It wasn't terrible. What I did have terrible was the headaches. Oh my gosh. It felt literally like a vice. My head was in between a vice. And it was like, oh dear God. I mean, it was so bad. And then in the beginning it was that, and then I was so chilled I couldn't get warm. No matter what I did, I could not get warm. And my hands and feet felt like they had been in the freezer, no joke. And a sore throat, but nothing terrible. And fever, what was the other? Oh, body aches, terrible body aches. But I never had my lungs where I couldn't breathe or anything like that. And as long as that was okay, I was like, okay, I can deal with this. But it lasted 2 weeks. My sore throat was so bad I couldn't swallow. Ooh, it was awful. Headaches were awful too, yeah. It's been almost a year since my sister had it. She still has bouts of fatigue. Oh, dear God, Carol, I can't even, the thought of having this fatigue in a year. It's like I'll think, okay, you know what? I'm going to get up and I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, And then I go, oh no, I think I'm just going to sit down. That's what I mean about the fatigue. It's just like, oh, I don't even know. I have to push myself. Behind your neck, eucalyptus is great, anti-inflammatory. That's true, Gloria. Daisha uses that. Found a Ray Dunn at Hobby Lobby on sale. It's water for tea, love it. Yeah, we're starting to carry more Ray Dunn stuff. If you notice, especially in the seasonal, right now, the spring. My mom tested positive the day after me. She had very similar to you. Really? Yeah. I've heard that too, Gloria, about the olive oil. I have heard that. I have heard that. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah. So maybe tomorrow I'll do those strawberries, guys. everything ready so it's all done and I don't have to think about putting anything, you know what I mean? It's easier when everything's ready to go. Ugh. Ugh. If anyone finds the Snow White, Ray Dunn, and Dwarf, I will pay. I haven't even heard of it, Gloria. What is it? Snow White Dwarf. You have insomnia, Elizabeth? I have autoimmune. My daughter has autoimmune, Tracy, and other health issues going on. So I deal with fatigue constantly, but it's been on a whole other level. Yeah, it's a completely different level. Before Christmas, my son and coworker had the exact same symptoms. She tested positive. He tested negative. Yep. So there's Snow White cups and they're Ray Dunn. Is it a picture of Snow White on it? The Seven Dwarfs cup. My sister could fall asleep anywhere, anytime. I'll tell you what, when I was in the throes of it, in the beginning, I could sit up and fall asleep. Boom. I mean, just within seconds. Is there a doctor in the house? I wonder if we're going to get anything new in at Hobby Lobby for Christmas. Oh. Yeah, I really... But this fatigue is a whole different beast. It's something I've never quite come across before. Yeah, I miss the days of good old sleep. I mean, I stay up late on a normal basis. I'm a night owl. I mean, now I don't mean that I'm up until, the next morning, but I do stay up late. But yeah. Well, I guess I've said everything I think to say. So tomorrow, I'll probably do those candied strawberries. They look so doggone pretty, I'll only make a few because I don't know how, now that I don't have kids at home, I mean, you can only eat so many, and especially if they don't, what am I trying to say? They don't stay well, you know what I'm saying? Because once you put them in that well, not hot sugar, but I mean, you cool it down, but you know what I'm saying? I'll have to see how they react. You know what I could do is I could use the rest of that sugar like a simple syrup. I'm going to watch it again tonight to see exactly how she did it before I do it, but I could use the rest of that for a simple syrup for jalapeno lemonade. You guys, it's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh, I could make strawberry lemonade too. I'll have to get more lemonade. I mean, more lemons. I have so many fake cake and drinks I have not made anymore. The fatigue comes because of low oxygen in your body. You have to put your arms up and inhale and exhale. I told my husband it's not even fatigue anymore. It's like I'm lethargic. You know what? That's a good way to put it. Lethargic. That is a good way to put it. All right, well, I guess I'm going to go. And I'm going to go look at that video again and then do my dishes. I already watered my plants. And start my dryer again because I know it didn't dry my clothes right. Try to, maybe I should put up another haul since I have them. Because I did hauls before I got sick and I never put them up. I think I'll put up another haul just so I get them out of the way because it's 4th of July stuff. A little bit of 4th of July stuff. And then hopefully tomorrow I can do a fake bake video and get that up maybe Friday. Right now you're just listening to what's going on in my brain and I'm speaking it out loud. No, he couldn't get the snake. So heaven only knows where it is. But when I go out, I look everywhere. Okay, guys, I love you. And remember, the world's a better place because you're in it. There's only one you, and you bring something to this world nobody else can. Don't ever forget that. Even on your darkest days, don't ever forget. Carol, thanks for being here, everyone. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.